I wouldn't run across there. I don't know how safe that is. No. You could climb across there. Welcome to episode 13 of Vet in a Van. What have we been doing? We have gone left Margaret River and basically doing kind of like a wide arc around Perth to get up to Wave Rock and Lake Magic. So Stockton Lake, Wellington Lake, Dumbleyung, and then onto Wave Rock. So yeah, pretty cool lakes along the way. Checked out some awesome stuff. Yeah, so hope you enjoy. Well, Margaret River was great. We have finally left Margaret River after, or the region after like a week and a half, and we have come up to this amazing place. Look at this. Yeah, cool, huh? What's it called? What's the lake called? Stockton Lake. Stockton. So we are at Stockton Lake. It's about an hour and a half or so, hour and a half north of Margaret River. Thereabouts, hour and a half north of Margaret River, or sort of northeast. So you go up to Bustleton and then sort of head sort of northeast. But man, it's gorgeous little spot. So it works out to be about $25 a night here. You just find a spot wherever. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 20 other campers floating around. But the water, so this is an old mine, and I'm not sure what the chemical composition of the water is. Safe to swim, a bit acidic, but you know, there's frogs in there, so if frogs can live in it, yeah, it's fine for swimming. But it makes the water this incredible blue colour, and you can see from the background, like once the sun gets on it, the water is just magic. So, and the weather's getting nice. It's a bit windy, but you know, might go for a swim in the water. And so we're going to stay here for probably 3 nights maybe, and just explore some of the area. There's some cool stuff around here. Gnomesville. And there's, I don't know, some other stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna stay inland for a while. So we'll come inland and then sort of zip around Perth. And then once we get to the top of Perth, we might drop back into Perth for a few days and then keep on heading up north. So yeah, Lake Stockton. Stockton Lake. Let's explore. Where are we? Collie. No. Yes. Okay. So it was nice and quiet and peaceful here until on Saturday, like 1 million people turned up and we're like, what the hell is going on? And now we know. There's a motocross track just next to the lake here, and they've been going crazy all morning. So we're just going to go and check it out and see if we can check out some of the local motocross. So that was awesome. Totally random that they've got this massive dirt bike meet like on the Sunday, literally right next to the campsite. So I think the boys want motorbikes. Now, do you want a motorbike, Eli? Yeah, so you know, I'm sure we'll be able to fit one on somewhere. But yeah, one of the other advantages about staying in places like this where there's lots of other travellers and just cool people is met up with, what are their names? I can't remember. Messy 80. This dude with like this sick 80 series Land Cruiser that I'm going to go and have a proper look at later on, because he's just done some awesome work to it. But he's also got a cracking boat. So he's going to take the boys out for a cruise. So I'm going to shoot the drone up, and yeah, the boys can go for a bit of a trip out in the boat. So happy days. Check this out for your waterfront morning view. Oh yeah, not bad. Time to make some brekkie. What you doing, my man? Chili sauce, of course. All right, breakfast time. There are some things that you take for granted that you, in normal life, that you don't take for granted when you travel. One of those things is a haircut. I'm sure everyone who's on the road will agree that you kind of just, it all just gets a bit wild up there. So, so luckily, Tanya is a woman of many, many talents, and one of those is exquisite haircuts. So it's time to get the shears out. She's looking at it. And voila, hair is cut. So yeah, no, I think I'm lucky having my wonderful wife being able to. Oh, I just dropped some water, and the GoPro's going everywhere because I need to put my sunglasses on. Better do my hair. But anyway, so we're at Lake Towerrinning. Thanks, Eli. We're at Lake Towerrinning. I think I'll put it down there, which is about an hour east from Lake Stockton. So a bit southeast, because we've kind of come down, and then we're sort of gonna work our way around Perth. Probably sort of 100 to 200 k's out, just to see, so to basically get up to Wave Rock and Magic Mountain, Lake Magic. Oh man, I'm such a I'm pro at this. But yeah, so we got here last night, got up this morning, and like the lake was like absolute glass. So I'll drop some footage in now. I got the drone up and I got some shots, and it was just beautiful. Watch the sunrise, and I don't know, it's I've said this before in other videos, it's just my favourite time of the day. About 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, the birds are just starting to make some noise, and everything's just quiet and crisp and amazing. But yeah, so we're going to chill out here today. It's only like $24 per night for the family for this place, which is like absolutely amazing. Can't really swim here. Oh, you can. Lots of water skiing going on, lots of water sports, but you know, it's a bit muddy and lots of insects and bugs, and I don't know, maybe we're just soft. I don't know. You could probably swim if it got really hot, but the boys have been in. Tanya, did you go in? Tanya went up to her knees. I didn't. I chickened out. But we had a really chill day. All of the spots along here have got fire pits, as you can see. Check out the chug, man. Whoa. El Delicious, if that is even a thing. But yeah, so we're just going to chill out today, not really do a hell of a lot. But we have been chilling out today, not really doing a hell of a lot, except getting a haircut. And then tomorrow we're going to sort of head north on our way up towards Wave Rock. Got a pub stay and a few other bits and bobs we want to check out. And then we'll sort of loop back around to Perth, or just outside of Perth, for Tanya's birthday at a cider brewery. What are they called again? Cidery. Whatever. Tan's looking very relaxed. Are you relaxed, Tan? Pretty relaxed? She looks pretty relaxed. But anyway, yeah, so next up, pub. One of the things I love about just hanging out at, like, we're just travelling through more regional Australia as opposed to the coast, is you just come across all this random stuff, like this cool little playground that we've stopped at, that the boys are having a leak and a play and a stretch of the legs and all that kind of stuff. You see what they do to attract the tourists in here. I mean, it's a big ramp with a big set of swingers. So, oh, that's cool. But you know what that means? It means that it's time for a giant grand fight!
Wagon!
Western Australia! About 2 hours east of Perth. Big ram! On the way to Wave Rock. Alright. So, just stopped over here in Dumbleyung for an overnight stop. We're at the Goatee on Wiki Camps, the grand old Dumbleyung Inn. It's a pub that's free out the back. Just go in, talk to the publicans, have a few beers, chat to the locals, all that kind of stuff. Cool little town, gorgeous little town. There's a pool here, which we didn't know, and it's like 33 degrees today. We got here at about 12, checked in with the pub just to make sure it was okay to camp at the back here, which it's fine and it's free. And yeah, the pool's like right next to the pub. and it is an immaculately maintained council pool with a undercover shaded kids area and a big 50-metre pool. Absolutely gorgeous. 14 bucks for the whole family. We were there for 3.5 hours and no one else was there. So we left at about 3 just as the school crowd started rocking up. Came back here, had another drink at the beer, a drink at the pub, excuse me, and started to make some spag bowls. So we'll probably make some spag bowl for the kids, and then Tanya and I might go have a pub meal. We'll see how we go. But yeah, cool little town, man. There's like a lot of trucks going past, so you're kind of right on the road, but I don't think it's a lot of, there doesn't seem to be a huge amount of traffic. But there's a dump point, because there's an RV stop just next to the pub, and that has a dump point. So yeah, great little country town out in the middle of nowhere. Great people, great vibe. Looking forward to having a meal at the pub. Here we are at the beautiful Wave Rock. We got here yesterday. You can probably see it behind me. It's now just on 6 o'clock in the morning. I just come up here to check out the sunrise. But it is a beautiful, beautiful place. I think the rock itself, what we're standing on here, is granite that's about, I think it's about 2.6 billion years old, which is some of the oldest granite in Australia that's exposed. And it would have formed deep in the earth under immense pressure. And over time and pressure and weathering and whatnot, shaped this rock. And then back in the Cretaceous period about 130 odd million years ago, this was exposed to the weather as I think it's as Antarctica and Australia split apart. I think so, don't fact check me. and then the weathering has just left this amazingly beautiful rock. And I'll go down below and I'll show you some footage of the actual wave itself that we took when we got here yesterday. But it's just beautiful, and the sun is just about to peek its head over the top of the horizon there, as you can see. And it's really cool. The townspeople some time ago solved their water supply problem by building a catchment line along here. You can see the catchment line. So all this water channels off the rock and actually goes into a little catchment down there. But one of the things that they did do is all around this rock is these she oak trees. And the only reason they survive there is because they get the runoff from the rocks. So in true human nature, we've destroyed the ecosystem around the base of the rock. Because those she oaks no longer get the runoff from the wave rock anymore. Look at this sun. Just another day on the road. But so anyway, today I've got lots of things to do. There's Lake Magic, which you can probably, I don't know if you can see that behind me. There's Lake Magic back there. And then next to Lake Magic there's the salt swimming pool, which is it's not so much salt, it's oh, I can't remember, I'll pop it down there. It's some kind of mineral that basically you just float, and it's really cool. And gonna go check out Hippo Yawn. There's some caves we want to check out in the area as well, so yeah, just do a bit of exploring before we head on back in towards Perth. So yeah, let's explore Wave Rock. So the sun's come up, we've had some brekkie and we're going for a walk to the Hippo's Yawn, which is apparently it's only like a 1.7k walk, so the kids will be fine. I've got my pluggers on, so it can't be too bad. But yeah, it's apparently a giant rock that looks like a hippopotamus's mouth, and you can stand in it. So I don't know, I'm pumped. Well, that was an interesting experience. The salt spa next to Lake Magic is like extremely salty, like Dead Sea salty. So yeah, you go for a swim and you just kind of stand there or just lie there, and you don't have to move a muscle, and the water just kind of like pushes you out. You just kind of float in it. Even the kids would just float in it. And like Charlie, he still can't properly swim yet, and he's just sort of, oh yeah, I can do this. So it'd be good for teaching your kids how to swim. But yeah, it's right next to Lake Magic, and it's gorgeous. And obviously Lake Magic is beautiful. Well, if I haven't already read, I'll show some drone shots of that. But yeah, if you're up this way near Wave Rock, don't miss this. It's well worth checking out. So the Mulka caves here, Mulka caves, apparently one of the largest collections in Australia of indigenous handprints. There's 430 something here, I think, 400 and something. It's pretty eerie being in here. It's really hot outside, but it's really cool in here, and there's a lovely fresh breeze coming through. Yeah, it's quite peaceful, but the whole of the roof section is sort of covered in these red and white handprints that are very, very old. I think the story is that there was a forbidden marriage, and out of the forbidden marriage bore a son. And although the son was of great stature and height and strength, he had cross-eyed eyes, so he was unable to hunt because he was unable to throw a spear, and so he resorted to eating small children. And so he was eating all of the local kids, which isn't a very good thing. And apparently he hid out here until his mother got a bit cranky at him for eating all of those kids. And he turned on her as well, and then that's not a good thing to do, to turn on your mum. So all the Aboriginals of the area, they turned on Mulka, and they eventually speared him And that was the story of Mulka, and this was his cave. Dreamtime. Tell you what, the sunset, or that sunset over Lake Magic, like the pictures just didn't do it justice. It just exploded out in front of us, and the reflection, because Lake Magic, it was just like glass. The reflection was just, yeah, unbelievable. So much so I nearly crashed the drone, nearly broke the propeller, but that's all right. Just touch and go. But anyway, that's it for this episode. We're gonna crank it back to Perth. Spent a couple of days in Perth. Just, yeah, there's not a lot we want to see. Look, you can spend a lot of time there, but we just don't like the crowds. So do what needs to be done. We've got to do our last big shop and get a few things before we start heading up the coast. And then, yeah, so next episode will be a bit of Perth and then sort of up towards Sandy Cape and back to the beach, back to some fishing and hopefully some amazing weather. So, yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.